Now, Asta's one of those characters that every time he's on screen, you gotta love the guy. He never puts anybody down, and he always tries to lift everyone up and be a positive influence to everyone. Despite having faced a lot of adversity in his childhood because he didn't have any magic, he still overcame and became a magic knight. No one ever believed in Asta, so he pretty much had to believe in himself. And I think that we should really love Asta for that, because a lot of people, if they were put in a similar situation, they would give up and probably fall into depression. But he serves as a beacon of light that even though people treat him wrongly, he still goes out of his way to treat people right. For example, whenever he fights an enemy, a lot of the enemies usually try to talk down to him, saying that he's nothing and that since he doesn't have any magic, he won't ever be able to become the Wizard King. But instead of him trying to put the enemy down, he instead tries to educate the enemy on why that you shouldn't look at other people as less than him. He doesn't think that anyone is less than anybody else, and he thinks that everyone is equal. He just radiates positivity. So, for example, whenever he defeats an enemy, he doesn't go out of his way to cause extra bodily harm to his enemies. He actually tries to lift them up and say, hey, now that we got this out of your system, maybe we can help you be a good guy. Asta's just one of those characters who never gives up on his dream no matter what. This is pretty motivating to me because I have dreams of my own, and when I see him go through all the hard things that he has to go through and he still never gives up on his dream, that motivates me to never give up on my dream. And I think that could go for a lot of people. Like, if you watch this show and you look at Asta, I think everyone should be inspired by Asta because he really is showing us how we should think. He has a very strong mindset. No matter how strong the enemy is, no matter how great of a disadvantage he's at, he still has the mindset like, I'm gonna do my best no matter what, and I'm going to get it done. He always believes in himself no matter the circumstance. Another reason I really love Asta is because he's so caring for other characters in the series, especially his friends. If any of his friends were ever in danger, Asta is going to find a way to save them. For example, back in one of the first arcs of Black Clover, whenever Yuno was facing off against Mars was super powerful, and everyone thought that Yuno was just gonna be able to overpower him, but he wasn't. And Asta, in fact, came running to the rescue of Yuno, and he defeated Mars, even though nobody would have ever in a million years expected him to ever defeat Mars. Now, throughout the series, we see him constantly put down, but as the series progresses, we see people start to notice him and actually appreciate all that Asta does, because Asta saved a bunch of people. He's not selfish. He's the complete opposite of selfish. Because some characters in the show are very selfish, such as Dante. He's very selfish, and so is Ghosh. Ghosh is very selfish. However, we are seeing a little bit of character development from Ghosh, and he's becoming less selfish, and that's due to the fact that Asta rubbed off on him. Which brings me to my next reason that I really love Asta. He rubs off on everyone around him. He even rubbed off on me just from watching the show, because I took some of his habits. Like, some of his habits are just working very, very hard. He does thousands of sit-ups, thousands of push-ups, and he just works hard. He makes sure to outwork everybody because he's going to accomplish his dreams. And he has a one-track mind. Like, he wants to become the Wizard King no matter what, and he's going to do whatever it takes. It doesn't really matter if he, like, for one instance, he lost his arms at one point. They were unusable. So he still never gave up. He's determined, and he has true determination. True determination is whenever you truly will never give up no matter what. Even if it's 99% impossible, you're still not going to give up. You're going to cling to that 1%. And I think that we all should have determination like Asta has. So basically, Asta not only rubs off on the characters of the show, I think he rubs off on people in real life, and he has a real life impact on people. I think people growing up with the show are going to watch this and be like, hey, I want to be like Asta. And people in the show, the other characters in the show, are taking notice of Asta. In the beginning, if you remember, the Wizard King Julius said to Asta, if he wanted to become the Wizard King, he's going to have to earn merit from everyone else. And we slowly see Asta gaining merit from the other characters. They say, oh, Asta is very strong now. He even during one of the festivals in the Clover Kingdom, he even got called onto the stage with Yuno, and people were still doubting him. But after they seen him block that powerful attack from Yuno, they were like, okay, we got to give him some type of merit. Like, you have to love the guy because he's changing the whole dynamic of the entire world of Black Clover. For example, in Black Clover, a lot of the people think that talent is the end-all be-all, but Asta's saying no, anybody can achieve anything as long as they work hard, because hard work beats talent. And really, you have to really love the guy on the fact that he's willing to sacrifice himself to save his friends and do what's right. Even if he will get punished for it, he will still always do what's right. Like whenever they were about to falsely accuse Gosha's little sister, he broke out of his handcuffs and he went to protect her, even though that was highly illegal. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like for me and subscribe. It's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.